Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Housewives, Goss and Glitter. Today we're going over RHORI episode 3, and we can't wait because we get introduced to the taglines in this one. So awesome.
All right. Episode 3 of season 1, our debut season of Real Housewives of Rhode Island, A Saturday Night Fever Dream. The Peacock description. A Lebanese lunch, shaky romance, and a Studio 54 party spark tense run-ins. Decent description
Yeah,
of that.
definitely a decent description. I can get
Yeah.
behind that one.
Yeah. All
Hmm.
right, so we finally have the taglines, which I was surprised they didn't release during the second episode. I guess I don't know what they normally do because I don't remember the last time I watched like a season one.
Yeah,
Um, but the taglines are good. So, Kelsey, who needs a sugar daddy when my life is so sweet?
hers is okay.
Okay. Also, like she does have a sugar daddy.
Exactly, I know. That's why I'm like, I'm not sure I get
Yeah.
it. But
But well, maybe at the end of the season, maybe she's gonna decide to like part from him.
yeah,
So maybe
because
that's
this
what
is
that
the
means.
episode where we meet her other BF
Oh
too.
my God.
So
Okay, we'll go over that. Okay, Rula, I have a blessed life and I'm a loyal wife.
she is trying way too hard to make up with the fact that her husband sucks.
Also, it's like, yeah, you are a loyal wife, and your husband is a
Not.
fucking like he's like the evil one of the whole series, in my
I know.
opinion.
I agree. I'm like, I don't know. I would have picked anything else to draw attention away from my marriage. I don't know if
Yeah.
that would have been my go-to.
Yeah, it's like she's too loyal. All
Yeah.
right. Alicia, why settle for just a slice when I can have, oh, sorry, this is bad. Why settle for just a slice when you can have the whole damn pie?
I like Alicia's.
Love it.
It's very sassy.
Yes,
So
it's very
I like
sassy.
hers.
Yes. Rosie, I used to report the news. Now I'm the headline.
I mean, I like it and it's true.
Okay, Joellens, I'm not mean. I just mean what I say.
It's fine. It's
True.
mediocre. I don't know.
Okay.
What do you think? On a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 4.
Okay, to be honest, the tagline that I didn't like was Liz's.
Yeah, I wasn't a
Which
fan of
is, I don't
Liz's.
think it did her justice. So Liz's is
Same.
in the ocean state. I dispense the weed and the truth. Like I just feel like the music was so like fast paced and kind of like it reminded me of like the music that they play when you're doing like swimwear on the runway. And then hers was just kind of it just ended on like a serious like dark tone. And I just feel
Yeah,
like they're going overboard trying to portray her as like super serious and scary when she actually has like a very silly side.
I know. I
So I just
agree.
wish hers was like cute and sassy like the others, because I do think
Yeah.
she can be cute and sassy.
And I mean, it ties in with the fact that she has a dispensary and all of that, but they spend more time talking about the fishing boat than they do the dispensary.
Yeah, like they don't they have I mean they might, but they like haven't really touched on like the dispensary that much. So
No.
like it's obviously like where their money comes from, which is like awesome, but they don't like focus on it. And yeah, I don't know, but maybe they're gonna get more into it. Like we're only at episode 4, so
Yeah,
and this
true.
is the third one. All right, so before we hop into the episode,
Wait,
you'll
we skipped
notice.
Ashley's.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, hold on. I have
Oh,
Ashley's. It's
Ashley's
like
is, I remember it. She's like, my life is a rom-com. When I'm not
crying, I'm
crying, I'm
laughing.
laughing.
I thought
Yes.
Ashley's was funny. I thought it was like very fitting.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It was perfect.
She's growing on me a lot.
Yeah.
I think she's hilarious.
I
But
think she's a really good balance to the show. I'm like
I
constantly
agree.
finding it funny how like hard it is for her to fit in. Not in like a mean way, but it's just funny that she's like she's just so different. Like she really sticks out and it's
Yeah.
funny. Yeah. Yeah.
It's true.
All right, so you'll notice we're wearing our Red Sox jerseys
Yay!
because they're sparkly and they say Real
RHORI.
Housewives of Rhode Island on the back because
Yes.
we went to Housewives Night at Fenway and we got to meet the stars of our podcast, specifically
Yes.
taking a picture with Liz and Joellen and
Healthy.
Kelsey. Yes, so it was exciting.
Yes. It was exciting. And
Yeah.
Liz complimented my top, so day
Yeah.
made.
Joellen also was super nice and she was really nice to me. I like Joellen's really growing on me and it helped that she was so nice in person.
Yeah, she was so nice in person, and I
Yeah.
loved her custom Red Sox Joellen jacket with
Yeah,
the
me too.
sequins.
That
I
was
was
my
like,
favorite outfit.
that is amazing.
Yeah.
And then Ashley was the only one who showed up actually looking like she was ready to go to a Red Sox
Yeah,
game now.
that's what I mean. Like it's just funny. Um, what else was I thinking too? Their bags. They all had like custom like Real Housewives of Rhode Island like little bags. Joellen's showing hers an hour photo, but they took a group picture all together and they all have one. I'm like, those are so cute.
They
They kind of look
are.
like little like license plates.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
wicked cute.
they're wicked cute. So that was a really fun night. It was really cool to see them. We were like super close. And they were all like they're all still so normal, which is nice. Like they
Yeah.
were all just very friendly. Like they were like in the crowd talking to people. It was really cool. So that was nice
Yeah.
to see.
And I loved how all the guys showed up.
Uh,
Like all
I
of
was a
them.
little shocked that all of them showed up. First of all, we're gonna get into it, but I love Gare Bear. That's Joellen's husband. Love him. And I was shocked to see Brian, the podiatrist, especially just after episode three. Like, this is after episode three aired.
Yeah.
And I'm
And
just
he
like
gets ripped
shocked that he
apart.
was, yeah, like, I can't believe he was there.
I
Like,
know.
he's not coming out good in this episode at all. And it's like fresh off the third episode. I was like, I don't know if he should show up to this.
No. But I thought we did see everyone we saw, like, and we meet, and well, we saw Kelsey's other boyfriend. He was
Bill.
there.
Yeah, he was there.
Bill.
Yep.
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 So that was interesting.
That was
And then
interesting.
just a side note that has to do with it, when we tagged Alicia that we were there, she did DM us and say that she was sad she didn't get to meet us and
Well,
that
the
she
thing,
didn't see us.
well, because like people were like really crowding her, and you could
Yeah.
tell her fiance and her friend were trying to like escort her to the next part, and like people just kept crowding and crowding her. I felt like weird being one of those people. Like I didn't want to
Yeah.
do that.
She was
It's
like,
like
I
this,
didn't see you girls. And I was like, we tried. And I was like, you were swept away. But yeah,
yeah.
but towards the end, she got swamped. And she's also like 5 foot nothing.
Exactly. Like when we got in line to take our picture, I didn't like choose a specific line. Like we just got in line, so I wasn't sure like which ones we were gonna meet. But yeah, she was like standing in the crowd and she was being surrounded by people and I just feel like people kept pushing towards her and I was like, that's a little much. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. But
Uh,
you also could barely see her because
she's
everyone
so
was taller than
tiny.
her. And
Yeah.
she was wearing platforms.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
So that was, yeah, that was a great night. That was fun.
Yes.
The
It was
game was
awesome.
less exciting, but
I heard that they won after we left. They got one run.
yeah, like at the okay.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, well, I'm glad we left it
Left.
after
We
the
would have had
sixth
to,
inning.
yeah, like oh my God. Anyway, just discovered how like long it takes for anybody to score a run at a baseball
Yep.
game now.
Yep.
All right, so moving on to the actual episode. This is really quick, but I do enjoy Liz and Jerry's like little bike ride through the park.
Yeah, same, same. I
That
just like
was,
how but then at one point she just goes, I should have worn a bra.
I know, I'm like, that is bold to do like a full-on bike ride without a bra.
I know, especially
Like,
with her boobs. Yep.
like it was bold. It was a bold decision, but
It was
I mean,
cute.
it didn't like look bad or anything. It's just to her,
No, it
it
was
must
just
have
like
been really
something that just
uncomfortable.
stuck out,
Yeah.
like the way she said it, and I was like, oh my God. It was
Yeah.
just,
Yeah. I
but
mean, bike riding in the heat is like not a
no.
braless activity. Even just like taking a walk in the heat, I feel like you need a sports bra.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how she did it. Props to her, but it was
Yeah.
very cute. And
Uh,
then, yeah,
yes. And then we're at Rosie's house with Rich. So
yes.
I do have a couple of, all right. So the story with Rosie, so Rosie and Rich have only been married for like a year. She is 34, he's in his 40s.
I think
Um,
so.
yeah. So like he's a little bit older than her. So she sold her condo. She and Rich have a place together, and it's a one bed, one bath condo, or a one bed, one bath house that he's going to expand on, but it's one bed, one bath with a three-car
Three
fucking
car
garage. That
garage.
makes
No
no
sense.
fucking sense at all. Like
That's
I
definitely
have
like
a one bedroom, one bath with a three-car garage. Like why?
definitely someone's old bachelor pad.
Yeah, of course.
Like
That was my first thought. I'm like, a man just lived here alone because why the fuck would you need that with only
I
one bed, one bath?
I know.
It just makes no sense. But yeah, so he wants to add 5,000 square feet to this plot. And like
Yeah.
it is does seem like they kind of like have a lot of space.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
looks like.
Yeah. So like this is what he does. So besides being the singer, not impersonator, but like singer of classics, he also owns like four houses at a time and is constantly flipping them.
Yes. She
Um
didn't realize though that they were gonna be flipping them together. She thought they were gonna move in and like call it like they'd flip,
yeah.
but like they'd stay in the same place. And he
Yeah.
wants to move.
I mean, I wouldn't like constantly moving either. That would
Hey,
bother
moving
me.
sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't
Oh,
like that either. I would want to like have one place as like our home base and then he can do his other projects.
yeah, I agree.
I don't really understand how that all works. So, yeah, so then Ashley and Jared come over and like again, they just quickly talk about like the Kelsey situation. Like they just can't move past this like polyamorous subject.
No, it seems like a very hot topic for Rosie.
I just again like with Kelsey's situation, first of all, I they don't understand the difference between polygamy and polyamory. Like they don't get that those are two different things.
Yep.
And like I just think they're also kind of just weirded out that she has all of this like freedom. That's basically how I see it. Like she's just dating who she wants to date, and so are the people who are dating her. And like
Yeah.
that's what it is. Like I don't and they just like can't like wrap their brain around that for some reason.
Yeah. I agree. I feel like that's they because Rose even says like I wish I'd asked more questions at the winery and found out more. But I think they're like, why does she allow it? Why is she allowed to do this? Blah blah blah. And it's like, that's what
Because
they
it's just
agreed.
an
That's what they
open,
like.
yeah, like it's an
Yeah.
open relationship. It's not like she's allowing him to do something. It's like they both live their lives like this, and this is how they want to live their lives. Like
Yeah.
people that are polyamorous, like seek out other polyamorous people.
Yes, they're not gonna
Like,
be like, by the way,
yeah.
how do you feel? Like they might, but it'd be very rare. It's a lot easier to just find someone who wants to
Who
be in that
also
lifestyle.
wants to be open. I think where a lot of people get hung up is like they probably think that they would be jealous all the time and they think of it like cheating. But I mean, all parties are doing this and that's what they all want to do. And I feel like
Yeah.
that's the piece that like a lot of people just cannot understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So that's that. And then we move on to Joellen and Gerry at Joellen's house. So Joellen's growing on me, love Gare. the front of their house reminds me of like a mob movie.
It does. It's we. I don't.
It's like, is it like tan brick? Like, what
I
is
don't
that?
know. I'm not the biggest fan of her house. It like Joellen's house, and then the next episode, I don't like her her kitchen is not updated to the way the house looks. Does that make sense?
I don't think the outside of the house looks updated. It reminded me of
It's like a
like,
giant brick box.
yeah, like it just sort of reminds me of like a mob movie a little bit. Like when you see those brick houses in Staten Island, like that's what it reminded me of. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
I'm not
it's a
the
little
biggest
weird.
fan.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it
can
was
you
just
just
so
view the
weird.
front door? Do we need
Yeah.
the aerial shot?
Yeah. Um, yeah, like I guess if I was gonna do brick, I would just have it be the natural color brick. I don't know if
Same.
this is like a tan or cream. It's just I just find it odd.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm not, yeah, the outside doesn't make me go, ooh, I need that house.
Yeah.
So,
So they're basically just talking about the Rula situation, and she's like annoyed that the girls sort of like dropped on her that Rula was going to come to the winery, even though Rula did not end up coming to the winery. So like she's basically just still pissed off about the whole Rula thing, and like I do not blame her.
yeah, I agree. I mean, yes, she should be pissed off, but I feel like this is another thing that's going to be like the relationship and then the rule, and it's just we're gonna see it just keep unfolding and unfolding and unfolding.
Yeah,
Um, but it's
yeah,
funny that she's like just catching her husband up then. She's like,
yeah,
babe, this is
yeah,
nonsense. I like how she conveniently forgot that she like absolutely almost like blew up on
yeah,
Kelsey.
yeah. Like I do this with my husband all the time. Like every time I come back from somewhere, some sort of like group outing, like I come home and like sit down and give him the tea.
Yeah.
So like we do this all the time. So that was funny.
Yeah.
Um and then yeah, so that was a pretty quick scene. And then we go to Liz's house and she and Gerry are discussing this Dino rumor and how the Dino rumor came up at the winery again because Alicia asked it in like the most ridiculous way possible. And
Yeah.
Liz's feathers are very ruffled that this came
Yeah.
up. Like she's not
She
mad at Alicia, but she's aggravated that people think that this rumor is true when she feels like her friends should know that it's not true.
Yeah, I think she also takes big offense because it was asked by Alicia, and it seems like they're probably the closest in the bunch.
They've known each other since
Yeah,
Alicia was like born because
yeah.
their
So,
families are all like interconnected.
yeah, so they're
So,
definitely, I can see why she would be offended the most. It's not like Ashley asking it or something. It's
yeah,
Alicia, as she calls Cece, which I think is wicked cute.
that was so cute. Yeah, so she gives us the backstory on the Dino thing, which is like she and Gerry were like together for every waking moment for like 14 years straight. Then Gerry takes up sport fishing. Interesting. He's while sport fishing, he's gone for 3 to 4 weeks out of the month of the time. Is this all year? Or
That's what it
like,
seems like
holy
because
shit,
she never she never falters from the 3 to 4 times a month thing. And she
three to
doesn't
four
say
weeks
like,
out of the month. That's a
yeah, because
lot.
they bring it up in the next episode too. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking like it must have been a significant portion of the year, and maybe he sails down south or something
That's what
to
I was wondering. I'm
continue.
like, is this just over the summer up in New England, or does he like sail around and he's doing this like year round? Because that's like crazy. And like,
Might
how is he running the dispensary? It can't be year round. How is he
maybe
running
he's doing
this?
maybe he's taking people out on sport fishing trips.
Yeah,
That could
I
be
don't
another
really know
business.
what this is. This isn't an area of interest for me, but the gist is that he's gone a lot after he's taken up sport fishing, which is not something that like he had always done.
Yeah.
Um, Dino has been a good friend of both of them. He's known both of them for like 20 years, and so Gerry would ask Dino to look after Liz while he's gone. They would go out together, they even went to clubs together, But like she's also saying Dino's like a ladies' man. So he's like out when they're out together, he's like out like, picking up other women and like not her. Like she's out
Yeah.
as like his pal about town, basically.
Yep. Yeah.
That's what she's saying. But they are very close.
Yep.
And we know Dino because Dino is connected to people in Massachusetts, which is really interesting.
Yes. His baby mama is Aaron Hernandez's ex.
Right.
So
So that's
interesting.
really interesting. That's really interesting.
I'm enjoying all the unfolding of Dino.
And I'm like, does he live in Boston?
I don't know, but he spends an awful lot of time with the Rhode Island ladies.
Right.
So,
And always has, it seems. So that's
yeah.
interesting.
But,
So that's that. And then Liz is talking about how she's having a Studio 54 party for Gerry's 54th birthday. If anybody who's like a Housewives fan has noticed recently, this is like a big theme. So like Rachel Zoe just had a Studio 54 party for her
yep.
birthday. Dina Manzo had a Studio 54 party, even though she's like not on the show anymore. And now Gerry.
I think it's because everyone just loves glitter and the excuse to drink.
Yeah. Well, they're all sort of too from that same generation.
That is true. I
Like
don't
we
know. I
couldn't
liked
have.
the theme. Um, I liked the theme just because of all the glitter and feathers we got to see.
I mean, I love the outfits and I love the theme, but like when we turn 54, it would be like ridiculous for us to have a Studio 54 party because we're too young to have ever gone.
Yes,
But
ours would
I
have to
wish
be
that we
something.
could go. If there was something like that, I would be there with bells on.
Yes, yes, you
Like
would.
I'm like, why does this not still exist? All right. So this party will bring Rula and Joellen face to face
Yes.
for the first time, right? Since we've started watching the
Yep.
show.
Yep. The first time they officially see each other.
Right. So like just to recap with the whole situation with the mistress. So basically Brian has a mistress. Joellen saw photos of him out with the mistress and them like like the photo is literally of them like kissing. Joellen shared it with Liz because Liz is friends with Rulla. Liz told Rulla. Now Rulla is extremely mad at Joellen for like getting into her business, and Brian has taken it upon himself to write emails to the HR department where she works and to the marketing
Yes.
team and to the marketing team because he
Which is
knows people that
crazy.
she works with. So
Yeah, it's
he's
like
doing that.
quite an array.
Like, what is he saying that's relevant to her job?
I don't know. Well, okay, if you don't want to skip ahead in the episode, he basically says he knows someone that she worked with and
Yeah,
it
like
got
he's
brought up to him and then he was in a management position and Joellen was like, "No, it was brought up to HR." And he was like, "Well, I didn't do that on purpose or whatever."
I just don't get like there's no connection with her work or her job. Like I understand
No.
he know like they know people in this industry, but what exactly are you like writing to the marketing team?
Yeah,
Like
it's very, very, very
like he's
bizarre.
a foot doctor. He doesn't work in aesthetics. It's not like he's a like if he was like a client or something, I could understand that, but I'm like I just don't like
A
I know that you're
client or
friendly
a
with these people, but like what's the business connection that you feel like this is relevant enough to complain to like her company about? Like that's kind of
yeah.
wild.
It would have to be like a client or like a cosmetic job, like
Yeah, like he's a
doctor,
podiatrist, he's a foot
plastic
doctor.
surgeon. Yeah, exactly. Like he's working on feet and ankles. Like,
Yeah. Like
I'm
come on.
sorry.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get how that's like relevant. All
No.
right. So that's it. Then we're with Kelsey, and she's like wearing this cute little like matchy set at a coffee shop,
Yes.
being her
That
lady of
coffee shop
leisure
looks
self.
so cute. Me and Elaine were
Yeah.
Googling it after the episode.
Hmm.
Like, we need to hit it up someday. We're like,
Yeah.
it's in Providence. We can make it there.
I just love how like relaxed she looked. I'm kind of getting envious of this lifestyle because this is so not my day to day. My day to day is like work, 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 work from like 4 a.m. to like I go to bed.
Yep, I
Like
agree.
I'm
I'm
just
like,
like, when
I
am I
would
going to
like
be a
it.
lady of leisure?
I don't know, but I would like to be a lady of leisure. I work so hard, I made my jaw ache today. I'm like, oh my God, I'm
Okay,
grinding my teeth like
that
mid-meeting.
sounds very suggestive.
I didn't think of it
Like
that
that
way.
sounded
Anyway, stress,
so suggestive. I
stress.
just can't even deal with
Okay,
it.
we'll cut that part out. Anyway,
You
back to
shouldn't because
Kelsey
that's
being,
hilarious. Hilarious. You should
okay,
keep that.
back to Kelsey at the coffee shop. We
Right.
get to meet Bill, her
So Bill,
second BF.
yes. Bill LaRopa? Is that how you
Yeah,
say it?
Europa. Yeah.
Okay.
Elaine was
So,
Googling it because apparently there's like a famous person from Rhode Island and his name, and we had to find out if they're connected. They're not, but we
okay.
tried. It's a very
Okay, so
popular last name.
all right. So Bill's like not famous, but he will be for being Kelsey's other boyfriend, who he was at Fenway too, as we said.
Yes.
So that was cool. That was interesting. So Bill looks to be like closer in age to Kelsey. Like, they're definitely
Well,
like
I think
went to
they're in the
school
same grade
together.
because they said they met or she met him in the
In
seventh
like
grade.
middle school, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're definitely like the same age, if not like very close. And she says they just have a don't ask, don't tell relationship. And like she knows that Bill isn't loyal to her, so why can't she do the same thing? And just
Yep.
like cool as a cucumber about it. This is the part of things that the girls just like don't understand.
Yeah. Like it blows their mind.
Right.
And I want to know because he ends up, well, not to skip ahead, but like the girls just get so offended that she lives with one guy, but she dates another one.
But
And like,
why would they be offended by that when the guy that she lives with is living in Miami with another woman for half the year and he wants to have Kelsey living with him in his home? Like if he didn't want her there, she wouldn't be there.
yeah,
Like they
exactly.
obviously like I've been saying this whole time, like regardless of what is going on now where she's like thinking maybe she wants to move on, like they've been together for 10 years. Like there's something working about this relationship.
Yes,
Like
exactly.
I don't know, like if he thought she was using her or this horrible person and he didn't want her in his home, she wouldn't be living there. So
Yeah.
like he's
Yeah.
fine with it. And he knows she's going on national television while dating other people. So obviously he's fine with it. I mean, I don't know how else to interpret that. Like
Yeah. I
I'm
don't
just
know
saying.
either.
All right. So
But
there's like a lot to unpack with this conversation that I actually thought was really interesting. So Kelsey has like met Bill's mother and like knows his family, and Kelsey's family knows both Bill and the guy that she lives with, like the older guy. They're like aware of the whole situation. They really like the older guy, but they also really like Bill, and they actually think Bill is going to be like their future son-in-law, and they want Kelsey to like settle in with him and
yes.
have kids. That part is kind of the part that blew my mind a little bit is like you're getting your like family on board, like especially like your dad. Like I feel like those are the people that this would be like hard to get comfortable with the
No,
situation.
I agree. I'm like, your family knows. She was like, but then you think like, oh, obviously her family's known him forever, but to admit that they're in a relationship and that the family is like rooting for Bill, even though they like both of them, is
Yeah.
crazy to me. But it seems like they're more aligned because he wants two kids, she wants kids. Like they're thinking about that. But then, what also is tearing at her though is the fact that if she's with Bill, then she has to work. She's like, can work, but I don't want
But
to
she
work.
doesn't want to. Yeah.
So,
I mean, that like that part I don't really have any sympathy for. It's like you're 30 years old. It's like
yeah.
if you're starting your life now with somebody who has more of like a normal lifestyle, like yeah, you got to work.
Yep,
Like, I
that's
don't
just
know.
how
I
it
mean, that's a
is.
long time to have somebody just totally support you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean this other guy too, like he might be a great like the older guy might be like a great guy, but like he has his own kids, she says, that I'm assuming are like older. And
One of them is a lot older. Like she attended her wedding.
okay. So like he
So,
has adult children and he's not trying to have more kids. So I just think like at this point, like now he's just too old for her. Like he's in a totally different phase of life and she's in the whole like I want to start out my family part of life.
yep.
So I mean, yeah, it's definitely like a lot. I just feel like you have to weigh the fact that like you're downsizing, and I don't say that in a bad way, but like you're downsizing your house and your lifestyle for other parts of life that you really want. So it's like, what do you value
Yeah.
more? Like she has to really like think about that because like
Hmm.
those types of like quality of life aspects don't have a value on them. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, you do need to like it's it'll be different for her to be with somebody that she has to like build with versus moving into somebody else's life that already has everything, I guess,
Hmm.
is the big difference.
Yeah. That'd be a huge change. A
Yeah.
huge change.
Yeah.
But,
But I do like that she's so honest about it.
hmm.
She's definitely going to get like a lot of backlash and she's being really honest about it. So that's like really cool to hear. It is just like interesting. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess like for me, my problem with the situation is that it does sort of seem like all of her major life decisions are like totally dependent on whatever man she's with, and that is the part that does bug me. Like it just seems like she's basing everything on which person she's gonna date versus like creating the life that she wants for herself.
Ah, good point. I didn't think of it like that,
You know,
but that's
like
a
she's
really,
like,
really
oh,
good point.
yeah, she's like, it's I'm either gonna be with this guy or Bill, and it's like, well, you don't have to be with anybody.
Yeah, you could be by yourself, but if you don't want
Right.
to work, then you kind
You
of
have
have
to
to figure
work.
that
Yeah.
out.
Right.
So,
It's definitely interesting. It's different than what I've seen on any of the other Housewives franchises that I watch.
yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
All right. So I know this is gonna be your favorite part because we're at Alicia's house. We
Yes,
we meet the dolls, her friends.
we do. We do. You know what's funny though is that like after I watched this scene and Liz comments the dolls, they're down there in the other episode when who went over to her house the last episode? Was it
I don't
Rosie?
remember.
I
Rosie
can't
came with the moon shoes.
Yes. So when Rosie goes over, they walk, you can see it in the background because you know how I told you I rewatched the episodes.
Yeah.
They're in the background. So Rosie doesn't comment on them. Rosie just is like, "Oh,
She
look."
probably just thought they were her daughters because her
Yeah, but
daughter's like
then Liz is
8.
like, "Why are they down here?" And Alicia says that the house is under construction and all of her dolls are in the living room and she thinks they're an art form and they're fascinating.
Yeah.
And I'm in love. I think
I
it's
love
so funny.
I mean, I love stuff like that. And like they're Bratz dolls, right?
I don't think they're brats. I don't know what kind they are.
They look
She said it. Did I write it down?
they
They're
had
definitely they're not as
Bratz
sassy as
faces.
brats. Huh?
Oh, I thought that their faces were Bratz.
They're very similar, but I unless brats has like changed completely. I'm trying to see. I didn't write it down. But I
Yeah.
love how she's like talks about their eyeliner and their lipstick and the
Yeah.
shine and their hair and their clothes and how if her daughter touches them, she has to be really, really careful.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I had a room that I could, it'd probably be all Barbies.
That's what I was gonna
But
say. Like, I would love to have a space where I could like put a Barbie collection because I would totally do that.
yeah, my
Yeah.
Barbies are in a closet. But
Yeah.
at least I've tried.
They're beautiful. I want like the holiday edition Barbies that they used to have in the
Yes, the ones
Macy's
in the
like
red
Christmas
gown.
catalog. Yeah.
Yes.
So
I had a
yeah,
couple
no,
of
I get
those.
it. I totally get it. And I just thought it was like really funny how Liz was like calling them the friends.
Yeah, her friends are
She's like,
living.
okay, so these are your friends. They're downstairs.
Yeah, do they
And then
remain
she's like, don't let
downstairs?
Selena touch those.
Oh, I died. It was so funny.
Yeah.
And But okay, anyway, past the dolls, they go have more crackers and cheese because that's like the go-to, which is great.
Yeah.
And Alicia wants Liz to know that she wasn't attacking her at the winery, but she
Yes.
just um wants to like Liz kind of know her background, how like all the women in her life got divorced and there was cheating and everything. And so she wasn't meaning to be malicious. She just wanted to know
She just
the
wanted
deep.
to know, and she just feels like she's an open book, so she thought it was okay to ask, basically.
Yep.
And
Yep.
like, I also, this scene was another one where it's like we get so much from Alicia here that was like really interesting. Like, this was definitely insight into her relationship that I needed because this whole time I haven't really understood why she hadn't moved forward with the engagement. Like, I could tell in the first episode that it was her that didn't want to get married, but then she like explained it, and I was like, okay, this makes a lot more sense. So, like, she's to
Mm-hmm.
your point, she's never seen a successful marriage, so she grew up with like six women, so it must have been her mother and like the aunts.
Yep.
Their relationships didn't work out, then her parents didn't work out, and her dad just like left them without like a house or any money because her mom didn't have any of her own financial stuff. And like now with Billy, he like wants her to sign a prenup. He won't put her name on the house, and like her name isn't like on any of his businesses, although
Yeah,
they've
it's
been
not even
together.
on Pizza Mama, which was like
Right.
her idea or something
Right.
like
And the thing
that.
is like they've been together for such a long time and they have a daughter together. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can
Yeah,
totally
because
understand where she's coming from. Like that's
yeah,
not like that's not a trivial relationship. Like you can't just like even if they didn't work out, like there's got to be protections in place for at least their child.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Because as it's pointed out, like Selena needs a place to live. It's where she's been raised.
Right.
And it's tough, but Alicia says, it's kind of embarrassing for her to have to go ask Bill for money. And she's like,
Yep.
being a housewife is not what it's all cracked up to be. Like, it
Right.
seems glamorous, but without being married, she has no protection whatsoever.
Right.
And Liz is like, you need to fight for your 50-50. It's
Well,
been long enough.
yeah, she's saying you need to advocate for herself. She's saying that she and Gerry are all 50-50. They own their business together. And that's the thing is like it's not about like him just gifting her stuff. Like if she's involved, if she's
Mm-hmm.
taking care of the household and their daughter, then she's entitled to their finances like regardless. But like
Yeah.
on top of that, if she's involved with at least one of his businesses, like they have to work out some sort of arrangement. Like she has to have something for herself because other you don't ever want to be in a situation where you're staying in a relationship that you don't want to be in just because of money. Like there
Yeah.
has to be a way to work this out with them. And I think it's sad because otherwise it does seem like they have a good relationship, but like I don't know
Mm-hmm.
because she's saying it's like really hard for her to talk to him about this and she hates asking him for money and all this stuff. So it kind of seems like they have other stuff going on behind the scenes because she did seem really like down about this.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a situation I don't think anyone wants to be in. So it has to be tough.
Well,
But
yeah, but then you think of Kelsey and it's like every time she spends money, does she have to ask the guy? Or does he just give her a credit card?
yeah, maybe. That's a good
Like,
point.
I mean, I get the appeal, but just for me, like always managing my own money and always working and like I just could never fucking do that. Like I don't want to tell you every single time I have to spend money or not even have to spend money that I want to spend money. Like I don't want
Mm-hmm.
my life to be that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see how it develops later on in the episodes and see if it's brought up again or if it's just a touch point. But it is a very like open book telling type of thing
Well, I
at
think it's
this
gonna
point.
be brought up because there's like flashes of her later in the season saying she doesn't think she's ever gonna get her fairy tale, and this is like the big reason why she won't move forward with the marriage. Because she
Yeah.
sees it as like a lack of commitment on his part.
That's a yeah.
So, and it is kind of. I mean, not
It is.
kind of,
Like
it
you have a house
is.
and a wife, like you have a wife and a kid, a fiance and a kid, like you need to there needs to be something in place to protect her in case anything did happen.
Right. Like people go into marriages with the best of intention, but like anything could happen and things change over time. So there
Mm-hmm.
has to be some sort of arrangement, especially if you get together like later in life. Like for me, not that they're like later in life, but like they weren't together when they were like really young. Like for me, like we've been together since I was a teenager, and when we got together, and especially when we moved in together, John and I both had absolutely nothing. Like we had to we like had no furniture, no money. We had to borrow money from my sister. Like there was nothing to protect. But if
Yeah.
you get with somebody in your 30s, like that's a totally different story. Like
Mm-hmm.
you have
Yeah.
to, you know, talk about all of that stuff and
We ever
make
find out what
arrangements.
Alicia did before she met him?
No.
Mm.
No, she's just no, she's never she hasn't talked yet about like a career, but she has talked about how she was engaged a lot before. So I don't know if this
Yeah.
has always been the case for her, where she's been kind of like Kelsey, like being taken care of this whole time, or if she used to work.
Yeah.
So they didn't
Because
say.
she does dub herself the runaway bride.
Right.
So,
Right. All right. So ready to move on from that.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so
I
now
like
the
oh,
Lebanese.
sorry.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go. I'll say my part.
We're at the Lebanese brunch at Rulla's with her friends. This like scene fucking triggered me. And I hate that word.
Why?
Because our friends are giving her shit advice. They're
Oh,
like
yeah.
telling her to just stay with him and just like move on and like swallow her feelings. And they have kids, so like that's what you do. And they all keep calling it the indiscretion. I'm like, this is not a one time. First of all, I wouldn't care if it was one time. Like that would just be that would be it. That's just me. I know some people move
Mm-hmm.
on after like one time things, but this wasn't like a one time indiscretion. This is like he had a long-term affair. He has embarrassed her by allowing pictures of himself to be taken kissing this woman in public places, and everybody knows about it. And there's
Yeah.
rumors that it's still continuing. It's like this is not the indiscretion. And they're just telling her like she's doing the right thing by staying with him. And it's like not one friend is giving her good advice in this scene, in my
Well, they keep
opinion.
saying it's the culture to not get divorced, and it's like
What
not culture
culture does
yet.
what does that when does that ever work though? People in
I
more
don't know
than Lebanese cultures
because
say this. There's women all over the world and with every single background who feel this way for some reason. And it's like it's never works out.
yeah, but then the producer asks her at the end of this scene, they go, "Weren't you divorced?" And she goes, "Yeah, but we don't talk about it." So she's already been
She's
divorced.
already been divorced.
So then the whole trying to like cover it up for Brian, it's like weird, but she says, she has to think of all these different decisions and the kids and the house and the businesses. So she does have a lot to consider, but it's
There's
still not
nothing to
good advice.
consider if for the rest of your life you have to push down your feelings about this person and be chained to them. This is like your marriage and your relationship. So it's like you're willing to never be with anybody else and stay loyal to this person forever just because you don't want to say that you're twice divorced. Like your kids know when their mother is pushing down their feelings and has a bad relationship with their father. Like you're not doing anything positive for the kids for them to witness that relationship. Like the
Yeah.
scenes that they've shown with Rula and Brian have all been tense. It's like the
Mm-hmm.
kids witnessing that is not a good thing. Like they're young still. It's better for you to do it when they're young so that they're used to you being divorced as they're growing up. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
not hard, but I'm like she has her own money, she has her own career. Like
Yeah.
she hasn't forgiven him. She doesn't fully believe what he's saying. It's like you want to deal with this forever just because your parents are mad that you've already been divorced? Like fuck that. That's
Yeah.
insane.
It's true. Yeah. It's too much. She's giving him like such a benefit of the doubt. I don't know. It's just weird. I want to say benefit of the doubt, but that's not the right term. She's just,
It
I don't
seems
know.
It seems to me that she knows that he's done all these things, but she just doesn't like she's ashamed of getting divorced again, is what it seems like to
Hmm.
me.
Yeah, that's definitely how it seems. So,
So,
I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. I guess we'll
right.
find out more.
I mean, he comes across terribly as the episode goes on, and it just
Yes.
proves the way that the episode ends just literally proves my point that he has like no redeeming qualities to like rescue this relationship.
No, the ending scene makes me so mad. But
Literally. I
anyway,
wanted to kill him.
we move on to a cute relationship with Ashley and Jared on their
Okay.
date night.
Yeah. I didn't like her leather jacket.
I vaguely remember it. I can't remember. It was bad.
No, it just seemed like off season. It's like summertime
Oh
and it
yeah,
was
that
like
is true.
a moto
Leather
jacket.
jacket it looked hot, like they were eating outside.
Yeah, so that was one thing. And I just feel like Ashley, if I were Ashley, because I just feel like she doesn't really fit with like the dark kind of like the Liz and like some of the Alicia, what they wear. So if I were her, I'd just go New England coastal preppy. I think that's perfect for her. She needs to work on it a little bit. There's been
Yeah,
some judgment errors in judgment, but I think she would look really good in just like the New England coastal preppy, and that should be where she lives.
yeah,
Because when she
that
had
would be
like
wicked
the
cute.
sweater like tied around her shoulder and the tennis dress, that looked super cute. Like
Yes,
that was
it was
perfect.
wicked cute.
Yeah, I think she's like a little lost.
Yes, I agree. She's so funny that she's trying though. And then I really like the part of the scene that I laughed at so hard though was when he used the automatic pepper shaker and Jared was like, "Oh, an automatic pepper
I've never
grinder,"
seen
and he was
that.
like, "That's the most Rhode Island thing I've ever said." Huh?
I've never seen one of those, and I had no clue what that was.
Oh, yeah, it's a thing.
I
They have
thought
them.
that they were spraying like mist on their food. I was like, what is
No,
this?
Anna Louise has them.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, it was wicked funny. I was just like, "Oh, he's impressed by an automatic pepper grinder."
Yeah.
And it's like, I love it. But we do go into like real things because they do talk about Audrey's again and the kids and
Yeah.
he says that he's gonna try and be more present. But she doesn't seem like the biggest fan of Audrey's.
She's not. I just don't know. Like, I think that it's frustrating for them both because he's putting so much into it and it's not earning them a living. So she still has to do her influencer stuff to make up the difference. And I don't think she like resents him over the money, but I think she's upset that like after all of that work, it's not reaping any rewards and he's coming home distracted and grumpy because of all the stress. So she's like, why are we doing this?
Yeah, I feel like if he wasn't coming home distracted and grumpy, then it would be fine. But she
I do
feels
too.
that's taking away from their family, which rightfully so. Like,
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
want him to be short with the kids. You want him to spend time with the kids. You want to be able to connect with him. And then to have like a 3 hour date night, like once a month, is not enough.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
tough.
I guess like I don't know what the solution is to this just because if he doesn't want to be an influencer, like he shouldn't be. So I don't really
Yeah.
know. Yeah, I don't think either one of them are doing anything wrong. I just think it's like a tough situation right now.
Yeah. But maybe with it being on the Real Housewives, maybe now it'll blow up. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I would think
It'll get
so.
bigger.
It already seems like it's really popular. It's probably just really expensive to run. Like it looks like they kind of have a big-ish
Yeah, it
staff.
looks really large. The
Like it
place
looks
itself
big.
looks really large.
Yeah, like
And
it
I'm
seems
used to
like
coffee shops like the size of a dime, and that looks
yeah,
significantly larger.
I think that that might be part of the problem because when I saw it, I was like, oh, whoa, like this is like it's not, it doesn't look like a small business. It looks big. It looks like he has a big staff. There's a lot of machinery in there. Like it looks like they're
Mm-hmm.
doing a lot, and I feel like it's really expensive to run, and that's probably why they're not making money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so anyway, we'll continue to see that. But yeah, hopefully like the show is going to help all of that because that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. Now,
Then, oops,
Rose,
sorry.
Rosie and Rich.
Yes, on their anniversary. So I actually know what restaurant they're in because Elaine has been there and she says it's amazing. But they
Hmm.
go to Cersei and she was like, it is delicious and amazing and you should go. And I was like, okay, cool. So far, Elaine has recognized one person she knows at the party and a restaurant.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Rich is very silly.
Yes, he is. He is. I'm like, she's trying to talk about like not having kids and like family trauma, and he's just like cracking jokes.
He he
He's
just
like,
seems like a extremely just silly guy. Like I just can't.
mm-hmm.
He's like very smiley. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Her third confessional look is my favorite look of all time. The pink with the big bow and then the jewel
Yes.
sleeve.
The
I was
jewels
like,
coming down.
oh my
Yes.
God. Like
Oh, it's amazing.
Alicia's,
I like it so much better than the other one with like the big.
yeah. I've seen that
Right.
dress before because I've seen girls wear it at pageant, but this one I love the best. And then Alicia's third look, like the green sequin, was amazing
Yes.
also. All of
Oh,
Alicia's
I'm
looks are
obsessed.
like she has the best confessional looks overall. But
The black one,
Rosie's, yeah.
her black one though is like my all-time fave.
Yeah, I love that. Yep. So that was cool that we got like the third look for them.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. So this is just basically about like Rosie not wanting to have kids.
Yeah, it's a short scene.
Yeah.
And she talks about how, oh, well, we have to mention that she doesn't get along with her mom that well, and she's not like practicing Catholic, and she didn't want a Catholic wedding, but her mom like reamed into her so hard that they changed their wedding plans and they ended up getting married at like a Catholic church. And I was like,
Right.
oh,
Yeah. And like she also is just saying that like she just there's not like a specific reason why she doesn't want kids. She just doesn't want them. And I think that that's like really important to touch on because this is another thing that a lot of people just like can't get. Like
mm-hmm.
I also feel the same way. Like I've just never like she's saying she just never felt like she wanted them, wanted to be a mom, and like I feel the same way. Like I've never wanted to be a mom. Like and I've always have had people tell me that like I'll change my mind when I'm older. And I'm like, I'm not changing my mind. Like, I'm 34. I felt this way my entire life. I know how I feel. But like, there's a lot of people that can't understand that because they think that everybody should just naturally want kids and everybody will
Yeah.
naturally want kids because like that's what you're supposed to do. And it's like really crazy how many people still think that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want kids. I've never been like on the kid train. But to get a year in and then you're having this discussion, I'm like, this is the type of stuff that you're supposed to have before you get married.
I literally know people that have like been divorced because of this. Like they never
Yeah.
talked about it and then they talk about it after they get married and it's like how do you how is this never touched on? Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just the fact that like a lot of people just think that there needs to be like a smoking gun, like a reason why, and it's like there is no reason. Just it's a lifestyle choice. There's no
Yeah.
like specific reason.
You don't need to have one. You could just decide that you don't want to take care of a living, breathing thing. Like,
Besides Klaus and Elijah.
yeah. Yeah. Besides the pups and the kitten.
Exactly.
But
So,
yeah.
anyway, that was good. Like, we're getting so much from this cast.
I know, it's
Like,
crazy.
yeah, it's like amazing. I mean, it really is. They're so transparent, they're so diverse. Like, it's really an interesting cast for sure.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, then we go to Alicia and Rosie talking about Scarface. They're getting ready for Liz's party, and then we cut straight to Liz's house. And I loved Liz's daughter's outfits.
I loved this scene. I just felt like this again just shows how great of a fucking stepmom she is. Like, her,
Mm-hmm.
like, you could tell Skyla was like a little like self-conscious about the outfit because it was like a
Yeah.
little revealing, and Liz was like, just immediately like, no, you should wear it. You look gorgeous. Wear it open. That's how they did it at studios. Like she just
Yeah.
gave her so much like confidence in that moment. And I feel like a lot of the times moms try to get you to cover up. Even if like you
Mm-hmm.
look like even if you look good, like they try to get you to cover up and it makes you self-conscious and they're just trying to like protect you, but you feel self-conscious when you just want to be like validated. And I feel like Liz just like gave her that. And it was like just such a
Yep.
nice moment. I just loved that. I loved how she said that to
Mm-hmm.
her.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. Um, and then yeah, like some of the girls start to arrive. I wrote down
Yes.
like Rosie mentioned that she changed her outfit and like her first outfit looked so much better than the second outfit.
I know, but she said she was bloated, it didn't fit. I liked her pants. I didn't think it went well with the top.
I think that when they showed her in the jumpsuit, it fit fine. She just thought that she looked fat and then she changed into an outfit that was like super tight pants and a crop top. I was like, I don't understand how this is better than the jumpsuit.
Yeah, I don't know. The jumpsuit was better, but she even said she likes to be iconic, and that look was not iconic, and I had to laugh.
Yeah, no,
Like,
that was true.
that was a
That
good
wasn't
one.
it wasn't her best. She didn't look bad, but I was like, why did
No,
she change out of
I
this outfit?
liked the pants, but I didn't think it like went well together. And, but I really enjoyed Kelsey's dress. And
Me
then
too.
I thought that Rich, Rosie's husband, looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
Dolores obviously looks great. And then
Yeah,
Alicia wrote, looks cute, but it low key reminds me of a figure
I
skater.
was gonna say she reminded me of an ice dancer, and
Yeah.
she did. Dolores would be the direction that I would go. I love the silver. Like the silver
Yeah.
is what I would do. Loved it. That was my favorite dress. Um,
Yeah.
oh my God. Bill came in looking like a stripper.
With the vest. I was like,
I
for
laughed
real.
out loud. Like I was like, first of all, is that on theme?
I don't
I
know.
was
I
like,
think
what
he just
are the
went with
guys
like
supposed to
something that was
wear?
like glittery.
I don't know where he got that idea or if it is on theme for Studio 54, but when he walked in, he looked like he was gonna like he was in like a snap-on outfit and gonna rip all of his clothes
Yeah.
off. I
It
was
was gonna like
dying.
get ripped
That
off.
was
Yeah.
so funny. That was
But
so funny.
it's
Well, it was funny because then when Ashley's husband came, Kelsey told him he looked like a Chippendale, and I'm like, Bill looks like a
a
Chippendale.
Chippendale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. And it's like, but it's funny that Bill wasn't there for Kelsey. He just happens to be friends with Gerry.
Yeah, which is like just seems like everybody knows each other, but also like they're totally there together.
Mm-hmm. I
Uh,
also liked Ashley's outfit a lot, and her fake bangs were wicked funny.
I liked Ashley's outfit too. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, they looked cute. They definitely looked cute. So
Mm-hmm.
then we get to see Rula Brian arrival. The car ride, tense.
Very,
It was like
very.
super tense. This is why, I mean, again, this is why this relationship is not going to work. Like, you can't live your life like this.
No,
Like,
she's like aggravated with him just like existing. And there was no like
wouldn't
hand
you be?
holding or like talking or anything. And I think it's so weird.
I just don't see the point in being like, I'm going to swallow my pride and forgive him if this is how you're going to proceed with the relationship. It's like, this just
Yeah.
can't, I don't think that they can come back from this. I really don't.
No.
Um, but I did love how all the gals were like totally being cold to Mr. Foot
Yes.
when
Oh
he
my
came
God.
in. Like,
Alicia's quote where
mic
she
drop.
goes, he's wearing two costumes, Studio 54 and that of a faithful husband. And I was like, yes.
It was amazing. And like Liz also just kind of gave him like a quick, like cold hug. And
Mm-hmm.
I just like, because they were all just kind of like, oh, hi. Like they weren't being
Hi,
super
why are
nice to
you
him.
here?
Yeah. And I'm like, good. They shouldn't be like, oh, you're so great for coming. It's like, he's not. So I'm glad that they acted that way because it's real.
Yep.
They're like, we don't
Yep.
like you.
Nope, nope. And
But,
then Alicia asks Rulla if she tried to get Joellen fired from her job. And that's
mhm.
when they're like, oh my God, is Joellen here?
Right.
and it becomes a hot mess.
Right. So, yeah. So then, like, Joellen and Gerry do arrive. They basically lose no time in approaching Rulla and Brian. And, like, Rulla and Brian are talking to Dolores when they come over, and Dolores, like, skedaddles out of there.
Yeah, she's like, "Bye, adios." She didn't want anything to do with that.
Yeah.
So,
And then we get into the conversation. This conversation is just infuriating to me. Like, before we get into details, the sum of this conversation is that, like, Gerry is like a Casanova and Brian is like the worst fucking person ever. Like, he gets confronted. Rula sticks up for Brian, like,
and he
even
says
though he
nothing.
says absolutely nothing. He doesn't
This
do
is where
anything to
we
support her. He doesn't do anything to defend himself. He doesn't do anything to deny. Like, just absolutely, he gives her absolutely nothing while she sits there and defends him. And even worse, she's even like, Brian, come on, like, speak up. Don't you have anything to say? And he's basically just like, no.
No,
Like,
I like dismisses himself from the conversation, and that's where we find out that he did indeed go to one of Joellen's colleagues because he didn't want her to talk about it, and like from there it explodes, but he's like he wasn't trying to get her fired or whatever.
Gerry's
And
eyes in this scene when he's like confronting Brian about calling Joellen's work, like he was really pissed.
I
He
know
was
he was
like,
so mad.
just like,
But then like part of it was like Rula is like swearing on her kids that it's over, and Brian says
and
nothing.
Brian, because it's
Nada.
not. Like, he is not even trying to hide this affair, in my opinion. He doesn't deny anything at all. Joellen's
Yeah.
literally sitting there to her in his face going, he's still having an affair. He's still having an affair. And Brian's just sitting there.
Yeah, he says
Like,
nothing
says
at
absolutely
all to
nothing.
defend himself, and it's so embarrassing.
No.
And then like Liz shows up and she's like, "It's Sherry's birthday, like let's
Mm-hmm.
end this or whatever." And it shows are they in the car? Rula is absolutely pissed and she's like, "I can't believe you didn't say anything." Like
And he
nothing.
still is just like mum's the word. He
Like
has
they're sitting in the
nothing to
car,
say in the car. I'm
like
like, I would
they're
literally like just if this ever happens to me, just dig a hole for John because
yeah.
this would never, he would never survive this situation because
No.
not only did you do something to embarrass your wife, but you're now still continuing to make it worse by her defending you publicly and you just sit there and do nothing about it.
And then in the
Like, I
car,
wanted to just chop his head off.
you're in a private setting and you're still denying it. Like you still aren't saying anything.
Still not saying, he's not denying it, he's still just not saying
Yeah,
anything.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's just silent. And she was like, "Are you fucking Oh my God, silence kills. Like say something."
But it's because he's still doing it.
Yeah, he
Like,
doesn't want to catch himself in a lie.
it's
So it's
absurd.
like
The whole thing is absurd. Also,
so
this
dumb.
woman that he's cheating with,
Yeah,
I mean, I
she's
know it's
crazy.
very rarely about looks, but it's like she is not an upgrade from Rula. Like, why is he doing this?
She's not an upgrade, and I mean, she's such a loudmouth that he's now suing her. So over a broken NDA.
I mean, he's an idiot for going out with her in a public place and having pictures taken of them with her
Really,
kissing him. Like, you're a
affairs are
fucking
supposed to be like
moron.
in secret and like in a hotel room.
They looked
Like,
like they were at a restaurant. Like they were at like a
yeah,
table and they were kissing. And it's like they were definitely posed in a way that they were like, it's a cute kiss. Like they were like they knew they were having their photo taken. It
yeah,
wasn't like somebody like from across the
yeah.
room.
It wasn't a
Like
candid. It was
they're just
like a
yeah,
purposeful shot.
yeah, he's just doing this out in the open. And it's like you're continuing to embarrass your wife while she defends you. Like this is just hard to watch.
Yeah, yeah, it was. But this
So
wasn't the only fight we got at this fifth.
I
I
love
don't even
Liz
know if
to
I
death, but she was
understood how this next fight even happened.
because I love Liz. Again, she and Alicia are my faves, but like she was drunk during this fight.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
she just like okay, so this is my interpretation of I just keep laughing because she keeps mentioning wanting to go down to the seawall with Gerry.
Yeah,
Dino.
because she wants
And I'm
people to see
like,
them that they're friends.
what are you going to do down at the seawall?
I don't know. I
Like,
have no
it's
idea.
like, when you're drunk and you're like fixating on one thing in your mind and you think that it
Yes.
makes a lot of sense, but like it doesn't.
No.
Like that's what's
That
happening
was
in
this
this scene.
moment.
She's like harping on the seawall, and I think that like Kelsey just kind of knelt down next to her and was just, I know she said like the ongoing or whatever, but like I think
Yeah.
she meant like chill about Dino because like people have been talking about it and like Liz just kept mentioning it and mentioning it and it's like I think that's what she was trying. I think she was trying to like help her out and
Yeah.
it's like got like really mad.
And somehow it became two drunk girls fighting in a room with a sign that said "Do not enter."
She was
And
really
like,
mad. She was like going at Kelsey and I was like, I don't think that Kelsey really said anything that I don't think
yeah.
I don't think Kelsey believes that rumor. I think she was just saying like stop like
I
talking
don't,
about the
well, we learn a
seawall.
little bit more about it in the next episode, but
We
I
do.
definitely, I think that she's concerned because Dino, in her head, Dino isn't the greatest guy and people are talking. And so she's just trying to protect her friend. And somehow it kind of
Yes.
like got blown out of proportion. And maybe because everyone is drunk and drinking, someone said something the wrong way or didn't mean it that way. And then it just
Yeah.
like exploded.
Well, yeah. I mean, Liz, I think her judgment call on this one was just off. Because, like, even in her confessional, she was like, when Kelsey stood up tall and said, like, well, the ongoing, and I'm like, she was crouched down next to your ear.
Yeah.
Like, she was talking, like,
She
close
was
to your head. Like, she
whispering.
wasn't trying to, like, like, she was clearly trying to, like, talk to
Yeah.
her in like a quiet way like and I don't think Liz like remembers exactly what happened or like
I don't think
how
so
she
either. She's gonna
said
have to recap it
yeah
herself.
right
But
right I think this is one of
so
those instances where she like watches the scene she'll realize that it
like,
wasn't
oops.
said that way because I was
Yeah.
like oh my God like you're
So
really
we get a ton in this episode. A ton.
I
It's
can't believe
insane.
how much I'm like after the season ends like what else is left. Like I'm like they're
I
giving
don't
us like
know.
everything.
Like to put it into perspective, we're already over an hour into the episode. And the episode was 50 minutes long.
Yeah, like it's insane. There's so much. There's so
I
much.
know.
All
There
right.
is so much.
So are we jumping right into four, or are we just gonna? I feel like we should make them two separate episodes.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can. I think so too. Can I pause, run to the bathroom, and then I'll restart?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna